Well, hey there. Welcome into the Ben Maynard program. Thanks for being here. It's Friday night. We're live. Yeah, we are. We're a little bit late, no notice at all, and that's okay. And I'll get into why we're late and all that good stuff in a minute. But first, we have a little business to take care of at the top of the show. All right. This program is available wherever you get your podcasts. It's available on all of the streaming platforms. So, wherever it is you may listen to your podcast, just search the Ben Maynard program and it's there. Boom, you got it. I think you can subscribe on those streaming uh, platforms. So if you can, yeah, subscribe and you'll get notification every time there's a new episode. However, it's Friday night. We're live. So you're definitely not listening right now. You might be watching, and you're watching because you can't resist all this right here. I know. It's fine. I'm good with it. Catherine's okay with it too. And if you are watching tonight on YouTube, then thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Just a few things that I ask. Please subscribe to the channel. All right. Tell your family and friends there's this cool podcast. The guy, he's all right. The podcast is better than the guy is, all right, than the host. But tell them about it. Tell them to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And then you'll always get a notification as to when there's a new episode that publishes or we go live. All right. I'm sorry. So after you subscribe, then you have to give me a thumbs up and then you have to leave a comment. All right. Cool. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then let's see. Yes. Last but not least, you got to follow me on Instagram. Okay. You got to follow me on Instagram. Simply Ben Maynard program, all one word. So plenty of ways to take in this show for your dancing and listening pleasure. And with that, again, it's Friday night. We're live. And there's only really one reason why I'm doing this live tonight. And that's because I kind of have to recap last Friday's show, which was the drunk show, as you know. And let me scoot this up a little bit. And it truly was the drunk show. But before we get into that, before we get into that, let me see. Wait, let me go over here. Let me do this. We're going to do all the normal stuff we got going on. Let me see. So today is March the 14th. It's a Friday. It is National Write Your Story Day. I think that's really cool. This is the first time I'm seeing it right now, but I think that's really cool because that's kind of what this podcast is all about. When we're not talking music or we're doing silly, stupid stuff, it's about people just telling their story, right? So that's kind of cool. Write your story day. So you don't have to write it. Just come on the program and you can sit right in the chair and tell it. How's that? What else is it? It's also National Dog Theft Awareness Day. How many out there have actually lost a dog to thievery? I haven't. I never have. I guess maybe I've been fortunate, or maybe my dogs have always been too big for somebody to steal, because I've always had large dogs. Always. Let's see what else. Oh, it's World Sleep Day. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. All right. What do we got going tomorrow? World Speech Day, Buzzards Day, World Contact Day. I don't know. Ides of March. Yeah, Ides of March. All right. So what else? Celebrity birthdays. Celebrity birthdays. Let's get the glasses on here. All right. There's actually some people that, besides a bunch of dumb YouTube stars, TikTok stars, that kind of thing. They don't count. I told you that last week. I think I even said it the week before. None of that stuff matters. Let's see. Steph Curry, NBA player with the Golden State Warriors. He's 37. Simone Biles, gymnast. Yeah, Simone. She's 28. And son of a gun, Albert Einstein was born on this day in 1879. Albert passed away in 1955. So that's 45 plus 25. So that's 60. So he would have been another 60 years old. No, I'm sorry, 70. He would have been another 70 years older. So 1879. So 55 and 21 is 76. Oh, yeesh. Albert would have been what, 130 something? Yeesh. But yeah, Albert Einstein. All right. Good. Good. And let's see. Well, what happened on this day in history? Well, we all know that Albert Einstein was born. A U.S. senator, doesn't say which one, a U.S. senator smears actress Ingrid Bergman for her extramarital affair. That was in 1950 on this day. Okay. How about, let's see. Oh, get out of the way here. Get out of the way. Let's see. The 1958, the first gold record awarded to Perry Como for Catch a Falling Star. All right. 1964, Jack Ruby sentenced to death for murdering Lee Harvey Oswald. Okay. All right. And how about 1979? Judy Chicago unveils controversial feminist art installation, The Dinner Party. All right. Well, that's fine. That's enough for this day in history. Yeah. March 14th. That's enough. What else we have going on? Well, as you can see, the Malort is on the table. It's here. I'm not looking forward to it. It's kind of ugly to look at the way even a week later. But we'll have the Malort challenge. So if you call in, and I'll put the number on the screen in just a little bit. If you don't already know my number, but if you call in, then the deal is I've got to take a drink of this absolutely awful liquor, Malort, and I will drop a right here. Let's go with black, because black could be skunk spray or something else. I think they're just all awful. I think they're all nasty. I think that's what they are. I don't think there's any good ones in there at all. So I've got to take a drink of this Malort right in the bottom of my Mr. Spock shot glass with a nasty skunk spray bean in the bottom of it. The glass, the shot glass, has been sitting here for weeks and weeks and weeks and months. And it did not get rinsed out after last week's drunk show. So it's got whatever tequila residue is in there, and along with that nasty bean and some Malort if somebody calls. That is the deal. Not a drunk show. We did that last week. Okay. We did that last week. We're not doing it again. But it is a way to engage you, the audience, and get people to participate. All right. So, let's turn the comments on. That's what we should do. Let's see. Let's see. It's Shannon. What is up, Shannon? I hope you're watching. All right. Thanks for leaving a comment too. I'll leave the comments open. Let me change. Let me do this. Let me put the number at the bottom of the screen there it is. Okay. So now all you clowns can call in if you'd like. So thanks for commenting, Shannon. I'm going to introduce everybody to Shannon right now. Let's talk about this. Okay. I think you all know, and if you don't, you will know soon enough, that I'm a big fan of Eddie Trunk. Eddie Trunk hosts a show on Sirius XM radio. It's Faction Talk. For those of you who have satellite radio, it's channel 103. He does it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Let's see. Just putting the kids down for the night. But wait, Shannon, I can't even see. Let me see. But he's listening. All right. Well, that's fine. Listen away. Listen away, because I'm here for a little bit. But I'm a big fan of Eddie Trunk. He's, I don't want to call him a former radio disc jockey, because he still has a show that he does once a week that syndicates around the country on various rock stations. Eddie's been in the business for over 40 years. He's like actually, Eddie's like almost a year older than me. Our birthdays are pretty close to one another, but Eddie's a little older. So we're like, we'll say, in our high school years, I would have been like a junior when he's a senior, so on and so on. Okay. Eddie graduated from high school in 82 and I was 83. So Eddie's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience in the music business. He worked in the music business. He worked for a record label. Anyway, so I'm a big fan and listen to him all the time. And there's a Facebook page. It's called Fans of Trunk Nation, which is the name of his radio show on Sirius XM. And it's just fans of the show. It's just comment back and forth on stuff, come up with different ideas on things, and so on and so on. There's a lot of engagement on it. It's actually really, really a cool fan page. And even Eddie will get engaged in that page from time to time, every once in a while. So a few weeks back, I'm scrolling down through the comments on the Fans of Eddie Trunk, or Fans of Trunk Nation, and I see a comment that says, I won't get it verbatim. It says something like, "Hey, I'm thinking about starting a podcast talking about music, doing a little maybe recap of Eddie's show for the week, blah, 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 so on and so on. And what do you guys think?" And so people started commenting, leaving their comments on it. And I commented, I said, "Well, if you're looking for a partner, let me know." So Shannon, who has left a couple comments here, Shannon reached out to me via Messenger, and we've talked a few times on the phone, and really nice guy. And I don't know how it is, but I seem to like hook up with people from Indiana. So I got my good buddy Larry and now Shannon, and we've just been kicking around some ideas as far as what we might want to do. And we're trying to arrange a time where we could do a test show, and we'll do video and audio, so you guys can look at our mugs, and just have some fun with it. Maybe bring a new perspective to some music. Just talk about the stuff that we like, and go from there. And we'll see how it is. So that is who Shannon is. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that when we can carve out some time. I know we were trying to do it this weekend. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, and we'll see how that works. But we're going to get it done. You will know about it. Shannon's been doing some work on this stuff. He really has. He sent me he's already got a title for the podcast. I'm not going to divulge that right now. And he's got artwork for it. So, I mean, it's great. It's great. It's great. He's very enthusiastic about it, and I'm happy to get on board as well. So it's really cool. And I think it'll take a time or two, but we'll get this test show out of the way, and go from there. So it'll be some fun. So stuff to look forward to in the upcoming future. Yeah, not too distant future. All right. What else? Oh, okay. So Malort Challenge, new podcast, all that good stuff. All right. Let's talk about last week. The drunk show. Wow. What a night. If any of you out there watching or listening, if you stuck around for all 2 hours and 37 minutes of that, Thank you. God bless you. And what is the matter with you? Um, just because it's my show, I had to go back and watch it. And I'll say after about an hour 15, yeah, the wheel started to come off. For some of you, that's great because I think I've said it before on the show here. If everything goes according to plan, it's awesome. And if the wheels start to come off, it's great. It's great. But yeah, first off, it took 2 days to post it on Buzzsprout and to get it to the other streaming services. I don't know why there was some kind of glitch. I had put it up on Saturday morning, and I started to upload it, and there was something going on. And if some of you might remember that I went to a concert last Saturday, and when I left, my laptop was open and it was still uploading. And when I got back from the concert, it was still uploading. So there was a glitch in the system somehow, and I was able to reach out to Buzzsprout, and I don't know if we got it fixed, but the show finally got published. However, I didn't know until I was watching it that there was a 10-minute, it's basically 9 to 10 minute period where there's no sound. And that was when Tess and I had gone outside to the patio for her to conduct a field sobriety test. She had her phone on mute. I don't know why, but she did. And then she divulged it afterwards when we were walking back up the stairs coming into studio. So for those who were watching, or those who will watch in the future, great. You're at least able to see what's going on. Me, one of these days I'll know what I'm doing when it comes to editing. There's a 10-minute silent spot, or whatever spot in the show that you can't hear. You can't hear it on the audio version. So I know people are listening to it. We're getting some downloads on that, and that's great. I hope that people understand that. And it's about 159 to 208, I think it is, or almost 209. So it's almost 10 full minutes. So knowing that going forward, if you listen to it, when you get to 159, just skip ahead to 209 and you won't miss a thing. Like I said, watched that mess, and I never want to see myself inebriated ever again. I hope that, well, first, I know that's never going to happen. And that was just look, that was for the show. That was the PSA to you out there. And I really hope it's an important message for you. I hope you take it in. I was fine the next morning. I woke up, I was fine, no headache, no nothing. Everything was cool. But I honestly don't remember anything. I'll say this. What we went, like 237? For sure, the last 45 minutes, I don't even remember. I'm watching it and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I said that? I don't even remember. I don't even remember this. I don't remember what's going on. I barely remember walking out of the studio, going outside to the patio for the field sobriety test. I barely remember that. I don't remember anything after that. I don't remember coming back into the studio. I don't remember the field sobriety test at all. Like I said, I don't remember coming back into studio. I think I do remember I started talking about, because I was trying to keep, a regular show with some regular content, just watching a guy get drunk trying to do it. But I remember trying to talk about the Outfield. And I do remember that. I don't remember all the things that I said, but going back and watching it, I just, oh gosh, that was absolutely horrible. And I I know the Outfield inside and out. It's only 3 members, only 3 guys. You got to remember their names too. But I know the Outfield inside and out. I love that band. And yet when I was talking about the individual members, I couldn't get the names right. In my head, there's John Spinks, who's the lead guitarist, vocalist, and the chief songwriter in the band. And then there's Tony Lewis, who's the lead vocalist and the bass player. And I said something about John Spinks at first, and then I was talking about Tony Lewis. And in my head, I was saying Tony Lewis, and when I watched the video, I said Tony Spinks, and I think I said like 3 times, and it was look. I know I was drunk, but watching it and watching how terrible I was like cringing. I couldn't believe it. It was terrible to watch myself under the influence of alcohol. It was horrible. It was horrible to see, my actions, my motion, my speech. I'm happy. Look, I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I did it because, like I said, I did it so you don't have to. Because learn from me, see what it did to me, so you don't let it happen to you. Okay, so that's okay. And I'm glad that I was trying to bring you along as far as what I was feeling, how I was feeling, what I felt like, all those things. I don't even remember signing off on the show. I don't remember any of that stuff. I don't recall it at all. So just please don't do that. I hope honestly for each and every one of you out there that you took my message to heart, and you'll definitely learn from it. Look, if you're going to drink and have a good time, go ahead and do it. Just be responsible, be smart about it. Have a designated driver, call a ride share, whatever it is you have to do. Okay? I mean, please. And we have St. Patrick's Day coming up on Monday. So that's the first of a big drinking holidays as far as bars and restaurants are concerned. So just please take my words to heart, learn from what you saw on the show last week. All right. And I'm sure I'll remind you all again before we get to Cinco de Mayo. But anyway, so that was really just, man, that was an adventure. That was something else last week. I was crossing my fingers. Honestly, I was crossing my fingers and hoping that I would be fine the next morning. And thankfully I was. I was fine the next morning. I had to get up really early. My grandson Maverick, he had a baseball game. It was opening day. And what's happening here? Hold on a second. Got something coming in here. Let's do this instead. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Boom. Boom. I am going to hang on here, people. This is what happens when you go live. I'm going to invite someone in. Let's see. Oh, where's the keyboard? There it is. Keyboard's right here. There it is. Let's see. And let's put that there. And let's do this. Boom. All right. And let's send it away. Send it anyway. There we go. All right. Sorry, I couldn't see you all for a while. Let me see. I got to send a text also. This is silly, but this is what happens when you're live. There we go. All right. Boom. All right. Good. Yeah, we might have somebody coming on to give her version of what went on last week. We'll see how that goes. But just important stuff. Really, really, really important stuff. The show's getting some pretty good traction. It's getting some pretty good looks. So we'll see how that goes. It was very serious. Really, honestly, it was an incredibly serious message that I'm trying to pass across to everyone. My buddy Larry Reedy, he, he did a podcast this week with some buddies of his where they were doing a whiskey tasting and so on. So what did he do? And I'm glad he did it. I don't consider it ripping me off at all. In fact, he posted something on his Facebook page. He bought a breathalyzer just like mine, and they were checking their BAC. They waited till the end of the podcast, and then they stopped recording, and then he's going to pick it up on the next podcast, and I guess they're going to announce what their BAC was. But Larry posted it on his Facebook page, and he talked about being responsible. So it's only a couple of us guys out there, trying to get the message across. But I hope that between him and I, we'll have enough reach to where we get it to enough people, and it makes a difference. So that's the whole thing. What else is going on? I don't know if we're gonna have a visit from anybody or not. So I'll share this with you. I have been in an incredible amount of pain all week long. It started Monday morning. I had the day off Monday, and I don't know what it was. Well, I know what it was. I don't know why it happened, but I've been dealing with a wonderful bout of sciatica this week. And for those of you who have experienced sciatic nerve issues, and lengthy bouts of sciatica, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't sit, you can't stand, you can't walk, you can't lay down. It's hard to do anything. And this week has been very challenging. I haven't been to work all week because just can't do it. Cannot do it. Today is the best day. Today is my best day of the week. Been to the chiropractor twice. I'm going tomorrow. Chiropractic therapy helps out. It really does. You don't feel it immediately, but it helps. And I have a TENS unit that I put the little pads on my back here and get it going. It's like electric shock therapy, almost, something like that. Up against it. Oh, we do have somebody coming in. Hold on a second. All right. Where are you at? Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. Hey, what's happening, girl?
Hey.
So Tess is joining us this evening. Wow. Oh, I don't want to see your cats.
So it's either going to be whiskey or it's going to be Juno, Ben.
Yeah, tell me about it. Okay,
It's
so
Juno.
well, yeah, but get on the screen here. Get on the screen because you were watching, and you know what I was telling everybody, I was telling the audience about last week's show, just kind of recapping it a little bit.
Hang on, let me get AirPods.
Okay, go ahead. And she left the refrigerator door open. I can't see from here what she has in there. Maybe something good though, because I'm hungry.
What? Oh, in the fridge?
You left the refrigerator open. Yeah. we were, trying to figure out what you had in there. Maybe there was something good.
I'm unloading my groceries right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
But look at these bananas.
They're nice and green.
Have you heard of people eating ground beef and bananas together?
I have not.
They're doing it. Can you hear me okay?
You're a little muffled right now.
Yeah, whatever.
Just take it out.
Now you sound good. You sound
Good.
great. What's the thing with the ground beef and bananas?
I don't know. I don't know why people are doing it, but it's like a thing right now, I guess. And I tried it. It wasn't that bad, honestly.
Well, if you like ground beef and you like bananas, yeah, okay, I suppose I could see that. So what do you do? So you fry up the ground beef, season it to taste, and then what do you do? Do you cut up a raw banana and just throw it in there, mix it up, and eat it, or do you
That's
fry
exactly
it?
what I did.
So you don't fry up the banana.
I didn't fry it at all. It's Ben.
Okay.
I'm on his podcast right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on. Oh, I thought you meant Instagram Live. Oh no. I walked away from the fridge. He was like, "Oh, what do they have in the fridge? Anything good?"
Hey! You're over here this way.
I'll come
So
in a sec. I'm chewing my food. I don't want to be
so
up there with a mouthful. Did you see Juno over here?
hey,
Aw.
come on,
Sorry.
one conversation, you and I.
Sorry.
Jeez.
I'm unloading groceries.
I understand. So so as I started to say, I was letting the audience, I was just kind of recapping them on last week's drunk show and kind of just letting them know that really like the last 45 minutes I don't even remember, and that I went back and watched it, and it was watching yourself drunk, watching
you're drunk.
well, watching yourself drunk on video, it's not good. It's not good at all. It really isn't. It's not.
Gave you some anxiety.
No, I didn't have anxiety, but I was just thinking, oh my gosh, this is me. This is how I am behaving,
Wait.
3 sheets to the wind.
No, Ben, anxiety.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have any of that though. I had no I felt great the next morning. But what from aside from the 10 minutes you had your phone on mute, which I had no idea your phone was on mute until I saw the video.
Well, I told you. I told you when we were on the stairs. I'm like, Ben, you're gonna
I
be
told you
so
I don't
mad.
remember it. I don't remember a thing. So what was your perspective of the show itself and then how it went, but also how was it to see me, okay, we'll just say me. How was it to see me go from being perfectly sober to definitely not sober and one who would be locked up without a doubt, how was that for you?
You didn't get like super obviously intoxicated until maybe like at least the third shot, I feel like. Like the
Third?
second shot, I feel like the second shot there were like clues indicating it, but then by
Really?
the third one I was like, "Oh, like I'm like if I didn't know you, I would like know." Because your personality is already like so big and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then when you went outside and did the tests, I was like, "Oh."
I
Like
was a mess, wasn't I?
you did horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
I
Even going down the stairs, when we had to go downstairs, I was like worried you were gonna like tumble down the stairs at one point.
Right. Yeah, I was an absolute mess and it was a train wreck. But fortunately I had you there keeping an eye on me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Aren't you glad we recorded all the data too?
oh, I'm absolutely happy that we recorded all that. And it's right here, obviously still in the show log. So there's a record of everything. Whenever I took the shots, whenever we conducted breathalyzer tests, all that stuff. So it's in there, and it's a good record of showing the progression. So it's a document. It's always going to be there.
It is interesting though. I think that because like you're such a big boy, like I was surprised that your
Make me sound like a
BAC.
fatty.
Well, no, I just mean like you're just like you're big. Um, like I, sorry, Henny's drinking water.
Okay.
Like I would have expected your BAC to go like a lot higher than what it was.
Gotcha.
But it was just like interesting that it never like went higher than what was it like 0.13.
Let me go back and look. Let me go back. I already recorded a show today. I recorded one, I don't know, 90
Look at
minutes
you.
ago. Let's see. The the last registered breathalyzer test was at 8:37, so we were 2 hours and 37 minutes into it, and it was at 0.120.
Yeah, like that's just I don't know. That's like a little surprising to me,
That it wasn't a little bit, that it should have been a little bit higher,
considering like
right?
how much like alcohol you had. So that was
Yeah.
interesting to me at least to see like I don't know like how it's reading as that, but you were obviously so intoxicated.
Oh, yeah, I was bad. That was bad. That was terrible.
But maybe also there's something to do with like the fact that you like don't have much of a tolerance, right? So maybe that's like because you don't drink, you don't drink like that ever.
No,
So
I
it's just
don't.
interesting, like it was to see like with all the data we had,
Yeah.
um, and then along with like, how you were, I don't know, it was interesting.
Yeah. I just, look, whether it gets any more views than it already has, or it gets any more downloads than it has, I'm very proud of the message that we were putting forth. I'm really, really proud of that message. It's a very important message. And, I'm not embarrassed of the fact that I was an absolute mess. It's just cringe word. It was just, I mean, I cringed watching myself, especially, like I said, especially that last 45 minutes, but, I'm not embarrassed of it because of exactly what the message was. And,
Hmm.
I'm proud of it. And, who knows, maybe we'll do it again next year, but, um, yeah, it was something else. I hope that people
Bless you.
really, really take it to heart.
Yeah, it was good, and um, maybe next time I'll do it. I'm just kidding. it,
It'll be a much shorter show if
it'll
we
be
kept the same rules. It'll be a way shorter show.
it'll be like a third of the show.
Yeah, definitely. You'll be on the floor in 45 minutes.
All things considered, you handled it pretty well. Like I would have been a mess.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, I never got sick or anything like that. I didn't wake up hungover, didn't have a headache, none of that stuff at all. I
Lucky.
I did feel a little bit slow until I got going, but once I got going, I was fine. And then, of course,
Wait, isn't that normal for you though?
what, to be slow? Thanks. Um, and then, we had that concert. We had that concert last Saturday night, and we took the breathalyzer with us. I didn't drink at all, but we did. We took the breathalyzer with us, and
Was she like
between
the whole
your mom,
time?
between your mom and Christina, they were, they had beers. That's all they drank were beers, and they were, they were testing their BAC, and yeah, there was at one point, I think Christina hit a .08, but we had plenty of time before we even, got ready to go. I think we were probably 3 hours before we got ready to go. So,
Hmm.
but she wasn't like sloppy or
That's-
anything. She was fine. But I think that's the message too. People don't realize it. So,
Yeah,
but it was all good stuff. So, anyway, I'm going to see you this weekend, right? I'm going to see you Sunday.
on Sunday.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, look, thanks for checking in. Thanks for hanging out for a few minutes and kind of sharing your perspective too on last week's drunk show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're not gonna ask me how my night is, Ben?
Well, while you're putting groceries away, I don't want to hear that you're going to go out and party or anything like that.
That's
Stay out.
literally that is not. I was gonna tell you how my night was though.
Okay. Tell me how your night is.
Oh my gosh, thank you for asking.
Oh,
So,
thank you for
um,
asking.
I did a spin class for the first time tonight.
Oh, okay. How was that?
They are training for war. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, I've been an athlete my whole life
Yeah.
and I like work out pretty regularly, but I have no words. It is humbling. It was
Bananas, huh?
tumbling in there.
Yeah.
I was sweating so much. I haven't sweat like that in so long. But it was really fun, and um, I don't know. I think you and mom would have fun if you tried it, honestly. But as like a one off, if you wanted to like do something different, because
Oh,
it'll get
sure.
you like in a full body sweat.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
cool, and I did that, and now I got groceries, and I'm gonna get. Do you know Pressed? We're gonna
Okay.
get the Pressed ice cream. We get that like at least once a week.
All right.
And we're probably gonna like watch a movie or some trash reality show. I don't know yet.
Okay. So you're staying in tonight.
We're staying in tonight. We have to
Oh,
prepare for
good.
tomorrow.
Oh. All right. Do I want to know about that?
I don't know. I just know I don't even really like beer all that much these days, but I just really want to go get like a green beer
Oh,
from
geez,
somewhere.
Louise. Okay.
So that's the mission for tomorrow. Get a
Is to
green
find
beer.
green beer. Okay. Well, you can go to the store, buy it, and get some green food color, make it yourself. You could have it at home.
Could have green beer at home, you're right.
If
It's more
if you're gonna
economical.
drink, that's the safest way to drink is right at home. So yeah,
Perhaps. But anyway,
perhaps.
I'm gonna go,
All right.
and I hope you have a good Friday, and I'll see you
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. Oh, geez. There she goes. There she goes. 2 weeks in a row she's been on the show, man. Cool, huh? Yeah, so it's good to get a little perspective from Tess too. Anyway, but I think I told you I recorded a show before we went live tonight, and that was why I was late. And yeah, just been feeling it. Back's feeling it right now too. Starting to lock up a little bit. So I'll get everything posted tonight. It'll be good stuff. Check it out. All right. I appreciate it. It's Friday night. Yes, of course, we're live, but we're going to let you go. See, outside of the drunk show, which really, really went long, longest show in the history of this podcast, Friday Night Lives are not meant to go forever and ever and ever. All right. Try to keep it at an hour, tops. I mean, if we're going more than an hour live, why don't we just record the show, right? So it's all good. You guys can get on with your Friday evening. The rest of it, I thank you so much for being here. It's a wrap. As you know, this program is available on all of the streaming platforms, all the streaming services, wherever you get your podcasts. Just look up the Ben Maynard program, and there it is. All right. And subscribe to it, please. Subscribe to the podcast. However, if you are watching on YouTube, and I know some of you are out there watching on YouTube, and I greatly appreciate it, especially on a Friday evening when most everybody has better things to do. Thank you so much. Just do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. All right. And leave a comment. I love the comments. Okay. Also, you can tell 10,000 of your family and friends. Please do so. All right. Tell them about this podcast. Come on. It's good stuff. I bring good content. Sometimes it's silly, but most of the time it's all really good stuff. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram. Simply Ben Maynard Program, all one word. All right. We're done. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. Have a great weekend. Please be safe on St. Patrick's Day. All right. That's all I can ask is please be safe. Take care of each other. All right. This is the Ben Maynard Program. Tell a friend.